name is Bambit. Actually, it's Maria Marina Victoria Kapawan Gaerlan. I am 52 years old, married, 3 kids, and we live in Davao City. On normal days, I look like this. But on bad days, I look like this. In my mind, I'm a 5-year-old. That's because I like things being explained to me like I was a 5-year-old. I think if someone can't explain something to me as simply as possible, that person doesn't know enough about that something, and I would rather go somewhere else for an explanation, like Google. I'm here to tell you about NCDA Board Resolution number 13, requesting the Commission on ICT, the National Computer Center, to deputize the Philippine Web Accessibility Group to undertake web accessibility assessments of websites of participating agencies and to enjoin member agencies of the NCDA to comply with web accessibility minimum requirements. Now that was a mouthful. Let's break that down into what it is and who are the people making it happen. Let's start with the NCDA. The NCDA is the National Council on Disability Affairs. What do? They make sure that people with disabilities are not too encumbered by things that able-bodied people take for granted, like wide supermarket aisles, ramps where there are steps, and elevators where there are stairs. The Commission on Information, Communications and Technology, now known as the Department of Information Communications Technology, is based inside the National Computer Center building in Diliman, Quezon City. I worked for CICT for a little over a year for their project iSchools, where we helped students of state-run high schools bring their student papers online. I also maintained the iSchools website, set up their new server, and managed the PC recycling component of the project. The ICTO has given the Philippine Web Accessibility Group, or PWAG, the job of teaching webmasters of government offices how to build good websites. The PWAG also checks the website of participating agencies, which means all government office websites, as well as the websites of NCDA member agencies. What are they checking for? PWAG needs to look at each website under their mandate to see, among other things, if the website has an access instruction page that tells us how to use the site and giving us an email address to drop a line in case we think the site is confusing, lacks information, too slow, or unreadable. Some users also have very old computers which cannot display multimedia properly, and so photos and videos must have accompanying alternate text and transcriptions. Such features enable people who, for one reason or another, have difficulty using a keyboard, or those who have very bad eyesight.
Now, what do I think about all this? NCDA Board Resolution number 13 is a distant child of Proclamation number 125, series of 1993. That was 23 years ago. Proclaiming the nationwide observance in the Philippines of Asian and Pacific Decade of Disabled Persons, which was from 1993 to 2002. Thanks to then President Fidel V. Ramos, disabled persons were given a chance to tell people in government what they needed in order to have the same, well, almost the same, access to government websites as able persons do. But it looks like the move to make websites accessible has been sidelined or even shelved. There has been no update on the quag.org website since October 1, 2015. Last post on their Facebook page is a bit more encouraging. It was in the middle of June 2016. And their Twitter account went silent a few weeks after their website did. The list of quag compliant websites on the left menu of their website number only 14. There may be more compliant websites now, of course, but we don't know which ones. And hardly of the government websites show the quag accessibility seal, which in my opinion needs a bit of redesign to look more appealing. It may also be that since website maintenance is a lot simpler now with content management systems like WordPress or Joomla or Drupal, with plenty of pre-built designs, also known as themes or templates, it makes for websites that are also pleasing to the eye and automatically make a site easier to navigate. I think it's time to call for another convention of persons with disabilities to assess the progress of government websites and that of other service providers. They were given a voice 23 years ago, and now those voices have either died down or have been smothered by terms like interactive, edutainment, or customizable. The best way persons with disabilities can be helped is to enable them to get by on their own. The lack of mobility or impaired vision should not keep them from getting the information they need from websites that provide them. The web accessibility requirements list isn't that long and isn't difficult to comply with. The thing is there still anyone out there making sure that they do? This is Bambit Gaerlan, and this is my MMS 101 final project. Thanks for watching.